Hey guys, welcome back to my channel camnotion.com. So as you can see, this is part 9 solving Dibrugarh chemistry question paper 2019 and this is presented by me Amarjit. So let's begin. Here we have first question, the solubility product of strontium oxalate at 20 degrees Celsius having solubility 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 4 moles, right? These are the options. Now also I have mentioned the solution for this question. Now, for any salt Ax By dissociates to give X moles of Y plus and Y moles of B minus ion, right? Then we can write Ksp in terms of solubility as X to the power X into Y to the power Y and S raised to X plus Y. This is the relationship between solubility and solubility product for any salt any type of salt like AXBY. Now here, so strontium oxalate is given, which dissociates to give 1 mole of strontium 2 plus and 1 mole of oxalate 2 minus, right? Oxalate ion. Like therefore, if you here X will be 1 and Y is equals to 1, right? Since 1 moles of cation and 1 moles of anions are dissociates will results by the dissociation of strontium oxalate. So therefore, if we put this value in this equation, you will get Ksp, which is equals to S to the S square, right? So Ksp is equals to S square for strontium oxalate, right? Therefore, uh, here solubility is given as 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 4. Just square it, you will get the Ksp value, which is can be calculated as 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 8, which is can be written as 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 7. So the answer for this question, the correct option will be option A, 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 mole square, right? This will be mole square is the unit. So moving to next question, what could be the Cartesian coordinate of the point which joined to the origin will give a line lying on the YZ plane, right? Now see, uh, since the point is lies on the YZ plane, so this is X axis, this is Y, this is Z and this is Y axis, right? Since the point is lie on the point which joins with the origin, the line will be lies on the YZ plane according to the question. Therefore, the coordinate of the point definitely X for a Z axis it will be 1 and for Y axis it will be 1 and here for X axis it will be 0, right? Therefore the coordinate of this point which joins with the origin and the line lying on the YZ plane according to the, therefore the coordinate of this point will be 0 1 1, right? For this question option B is the right option. So moving to next question, for a reaction, the plot of ln k versus 1 by t has a slope of minus 2000 and the activation energy in kilojoule of the reactions, right? Here you can see the solution of this question, right? Since the slope of the curve uh, ln k, where k is the rate constant and 1 by t gives this type of graph and the slope of this graph can be given as minus ea by r, right? Slope of this curve can be written as graph gives minus ea by r. So the question asks to calculate activation energy, so that is ea. So putting and the slope which is given as minus 2000 and r will be minus 8.314 joule per mole, right? The point which should be keep in mind that r always given always there in joule per mole, so the result that is ea will be comes out to be in joule, right? The then we so if you just put the value of r value and slope, you will get ea is equals to 16,000 628 joule. Joule is basically due to the R. There is real gas constant is always given as joule per mole, right? So when you convert it to kilojoule per mole, that's divided by 1000, right? You will get 16.628 kilojoule. So in options we have 16.628 in option D. So for this question, option D will be the right option, right? Moving to next question. Which of the following is not true for a catalyst? Only and the options which are given as only small amount is required. Yes, the catalyst always taken in a small amount, right? And shifts the equilibrium of the reaction, which is the incorrect options, because it do not shift the equilibrium, but it helps the reaction to establish or to reach the equilibrium as soon as possible, or you can say it faster the reactions, right? Catalyst faster the reactions, or it do not shift the equilibrium of the reactions, right? For that is the incorrect option, that is which is not regarding this is the option B, which is it do not shift the equilibrium of the reactions. Now in option C also lowers the activation energy. Yes, because it also lowers the activation energy of the reaction and not consume in the reaction, right? It do not goes into the product, right? For this therefore catalysts are not consumed in any reactions in the reactions. Like for this question, option B is the right option. That is regarding catalyst, this is not the this is not true, right? So for this moving to next question. A plot of absorbance versus concentration, right? This is absorbance. This is a question from Beers-Lambert law, and we know that according to Beers-Lambert law, absorption, the curve of absorptions and concentration always gives a straight line, right? Always gives a straight line, because we know that A is equals to epsilon B C, where epsilon is the extinction coefficient and B is the path length of the cell which is in which the experiment is done experiment has done, and C is the concentration. So therefore it will give a straight line, and slope for this line is equals to epsilon B, right? Slope always gives epsilon B. So for this question, here we have option. The curve is an exponential curve, a straight line with positive slope, a straight line with negative slope, a logarithm curve. So from this curve, you are get to know that this the curve is a straight line and with positive slope, and slope is equals to epsilon B, right? So for this question, option B is the right option. Moving to next question. The number of normal modes of vibrations for pyridine. The number of normal modes of vibrations for pyridine. Now, for any molecule, the total number of degrees of freedom which can be given as 3n. For non-linear molecule, for linear molecule, the modes of vibrations can be given as 3n minus 5. For linear molecule, like hydrogen atom, and for non-linear molecule it is given as 3n minus 6, right? For non-linear molecule 3n minus 6, where n is the number of atoms in its molecular formula, right? Atoms in the molecule. So here pyridine have molecular formula C5H5n, where the number of atoms is equals to 11, right? Number of atoms is equals to 11. So if we put this n equals to 11, that is 3 into 11 minus 6, we will get 27. Therefore total number of modes of vibrations for pyridine is equals to 27, right? So for this question, option B is the right option. And for linear molecules it is 3n minus 5. In case of a perfect gas, if the pressure is doubled, keeping all the conditions same, the mean free part will be, right? The only thing which is changed is the pressure, which is just doubled, and all other under conditions remain same, right? So this is the mean free path relations, like where lambda is the mean free path, and from this relation you get to know that it is inversely related with the pressure, right? Lambda is inversely related with the pressure. So to solve this type of question, always compare with the original one. Like, let's take lambda 1 is the original mean free path and lambda 2 is the mean free path when pressure gets doubled, right? So since it is inversely proportional, we will write 1 by p1 here, and lambda 2 will be equals to 1 by 2p2 2p1, right? 1 by 2p1, because pressure is doubled according to the question. Now when if you solve this, you will get that lambda 1 will be 2 lambda 2, right? Lambda 1 is equals to 2 lambda 2, because p1 will be cancelled out, and lambda 1 is equals to 2 lambda 2, and lambda 2 will be the half of lambda 1. Therefore lambda 2 will be the half of lambda 1, right? So therefore it will be the half of the original one. It will be the half of the lambda 2 will be the half of original, that is lambda 1. So for this question option B is the right option. It will be the half of the original one, right? So moving to next question. Which of the following reagents is used to determine cell constant in a conductivity cell? Now the reagents which is being used to determine the cell constant in a conductivity cell is KCl, right? Now, copper crystallizes in a face-centered cubic lattice, which is with a unit cell length x picometer. The radius of copper is in picometer is, right? So since copper is crystallizes in FCC lattice, that is now as you can see in the solutions for FCC, the edge length is related to its radius, which is equals to in the relation a equal to 2 root 2 r, right? For FCC it is a equal to 2 root 2 r. A is the edge length, which is given in the question as unit cell length, right? This is a, and we need to calculate the radius of the copper atom, right? So since it is in FCC cubic unit cell, therefore a will be 2 root 2 r. Here a is given as x picometer, therefore r will be x by 2 root 2 picometer, right? X by 2 root 2 picometer. Therefore the right option for this question is option B, x by 2 root 2 picometer. The selection rule for a pure rotational Raman spectra for a linear molecule, right? The selection rule for pure rotational Raman spectrum for linear molecule, it is del Z is equals to 0 and plus minus 2, 0 plus minus 2, right? So I hope you like the video, and do share and subscribe this video, and thanks for watching, right?